So then I can make my own island.
Yes, you can. Flying islands are a thing.
That flies.
And you can constantly build onto it as long as you don't go over the block limit. And for those of you that are just joining us, hello, I am Al, and I am joined by a friend of mine who wishes to remain anonymous, but he's back there.
There you go. How you doing?
He has elected to remain anonymous, and as you can see, he has also elected to keep his face out of the picture. Sadly, I don't have any one of those fancy things, so we had to put a bag over his head, and it's cool, it's cool.
Oh, please, I'm used to having my eyes closed 24/7. It's not a big deal.
So, as you can see, or not, in your case,
This thing tastes like lint.
I am in my little apartment cave place now. I wanted to do something special because I have a guest on today.
Oh, you win the cave compartment for me. It's a cave compartment. It's a parcave.
It will be when I get done with it. I have set the foundation for a special viewing platform that will overlook the lake / happy little island I made from the last episode.
You know, you can't actually see through this thing just a little bit. Oh, those who know me would so get that joke. So that's the little apart cave.
Yes, this is my little apartment cave.
I said apart cave.
A park cave apartment.
No, you're supposed to say butter, and I'm supposed to say park cave.
Oh, brother. Literally.
Totally.
So, first of all, I'm going to take care of these doors. You know what's the worst thing you could possibly do in Minecraft? Accidentally leave your door open for all the zombies and whatnot. And I have done this before so many times.
I like to put lava blocks above the doors, so when someone comes through the door, it just falls right on them.
Or, in my case, you know, I don't like having lava everywhere. Not all the time. Lava is useful, though.
I want to make a house out of lava that no one can ever go in. Just have it there, just to say, hey, I did it.
You could, and there's a couple of ways you could do that, but for now, let me just show you how to make the pressure plate.
See, I've got a friend of mine who actually has his whole place made out of those little glowy block things. You know, those glow blocks?
You mean glowstone?
Yeah, those. I don't know if he had to actually manufacture them or what, but you were talking about lava, and it reminded me that he did that, and I'm like, oh, it's all pretty and shiny.
Yes, glowstone is very shiny, and in fact, twice as effective as any normal lighting option.
I can't help it. I'm like a kinder. I like shiny objects.
Ah, crap. Apparently, I left the door to my mind open and just got blown up. And now I'm stuck.
I didn't do it.
No, you didn't do it. It was the Razzin' Frazzin' Creeper.
Razzin' Frazzin' Varmint! You need Yosemite Sam's boomstick.
There are mods where you have boomsticks, and it took out the entire wall of my house and my container for all my stuff.
Oh, great. Well, you better...
Yeah, I'm getting on that.
You better make a catapult and start launching blocks at him or something, dude, otherwise...
I'll show you that in a minute. I do have something like that here, but this is the portion of the video where I'm going to get blown up because I didn't look behind me. Just replace this up here. Doesn't matter.
It's like that Stephen King story. Always look behind you. And I would you grab him by the throat.
Luckily, I happen to have just enough processed wood on me to make another box so that I can stuff all this junk in it real quick.
Well, you better hope you get it in there quick, otherwise they're gonna come back in there.
I don't understand how a creeper actually popped up in this house. I have everything lit, and I have the door to the mine closed.
Oh, it's simply cheated.
I suppose so.
He glitched.
I guess he had to, because,
It's like that scene from, What was the name of that video game that was all about racing? That
The
girl-
Big Rigs, the girl one.
Yeah, that girl would glitch and just go boom, and just appear in other spots.
Well, the racing game that glitches all the time is called Big Rigs Racing. I know that one enough, but I'm not sure about the one you're talking about.
No, it wasn't a real game. It was based off of a real game. Kind of like Wreck-It. It was Wreck-It Ralph. That was it.
Oh, you mean the movie?
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I ate too much turkey. I want to naturally be like this all day long and go, ah!
Just for the sake of argument, I'll put a couple more torches down here, just in case.
I'm telling you, dude, glow blocks.
And I will probably do that when I get down there, but it takes a lot of preparation to get those.
Let's see, he just turned his head at me now. I can tell even though I'm not even looking. I think he's ticked.
So, this little ledge that I have prepared here is going to be my new fancy pants viewing platform so that I can look down upon the sea and my happy little island. And be at peace with the world as my cave apartment. Compartment.
Arcade.
Parcave, that's the phrase. I forgot our phrase for a moment.
Butter.
As our parcave
Butter.
takes shape.
Butter. I'm horrible at this.
Oh, don't worry. People come for the crazy commentary. Everybody already knows how to play Minecraft. The commentary is what people want.
Oh, yay, I'm actually being helpful.
So, as I was attempting to explain, you make the little switch from the cooked stone. That means if you don't have the specialized tool for this job,
Sorry.
you have to manually cook the rock that you just broke, put it back together, and then put it into something else.
So you got me wanting turkey again. Seriously, for those of you who are out of the States, it's Thanksgiving over here, so I just like completely stuffed myself. And now he's got me wanting banana pudding and turkey.
Yes, I keep forgetting that Thanksgiving is really only an American kind of thing. Unless you
Well,
count the Canadian Thanksgiving, which
I
I
was-
believe was earlier this month.
Yeah, I was about to say that, actually. Beat me to it. I think parts of Europe celebrate it, but I'm not 100% sure. Hey, comment on that, will you? Seriously, if any of you people in Europe actually celebrate it, let me know.
But the point of putting the pressure plate here is that the door will open automatically when prompted. So every time I walk through, the door will just shut itself, and then I will have no more problems accidentally leaving my door open. Are you
So-
okay with that thing on you? You're kind of hyperventilating.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that noticeable? Alright, hold on, I'll fix it. Let me just do this right here. Ugh. Woo! That thing's hotter than it looks. Alright, hold on.
So anyway, I'm gonna grab some blocks. Since you're the honored guest of the day on this very honorable day, what kind of block would you suggest that I make the new part of our parcave out of?
Well, now I was going to change it to Parcade Mart since you've got the little door that automatically opens right there. I automatically thought of those little, pressure pads you step on when you go into, like, shopping stores and Walmart and those really big hospital doors that open to let ambulances and crap through.
I actually haven't seen those, but then again, I don't really go to the hospital a lot.
Yeah, I try to avoid them at all costs.
No, that's the main part right there. Cost.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, dude. You so beat me to it. All cost is the key word. Meaning they cut off an arm and a leg and they charge for it.
And then they fix what's wrong with you and charge you for that.
Yeah, tell me about it. This arm, completely fake. It's not actually moving right now. It's completely prosthetic. Just like my eyes completely are actually black light responsive. Fascinating story. Scared the crap out of my cousin one year. But what blocks do you have handy actually?
I have some different kinds of blocks. I have a lot of dirt, a lot of regular cobblestone. Now, since I know you can't see through that thing,
Or period.
or period, I wasn't going to mention that, but yes, when I say visually impaired fans, I mean this guy right here.
Well, he actually doesn't just mention it, he emphasizes it several times, and I'm going, oh, haha, very funny.
Well, I don't mean it to be insulting, and
Oh,
I've
it's
said
fine.
that 1,000 times.
Hey, don't worry about it, you're good, bro.
But, cobblestone is regular stone, but it looks like a little pile of stone. It's got cracks in it everywhere.
I'm aware of what cobblestone looks like. It's okay.
It's
What else?
minorly explosive resistant.
Ooh, that actually sounds good.
We have sandstone, which is basically like cobblestone, except it's the same color of sand.
No, let's not do that. I'm leaning forward to cobblestone unless you got anything
We
pretty
have-
sparkly.
Andesite, which is this grayish, gravelly kind of texture, but it's all smooth, and you can make it even smoother and all fancy looking.
Okay, now I'm stuck between there.
There's also dorite, which is the same thing except in white, and granite, which is the same thing except red.
I'm going with cobblestone, I still think. That way it'll look like one of those little horse and buggy things, but vertical.
I also do have wood handy, and I can get more wood because, of course, I live outside a jungle.
I'm so tempted to just do a handstand real quick. Smack him in the back of my head with my foot. Just, you know, like you see that guy in Mortal Kombat, you know, just except with his feet. He said monkey, no, I want to do it. If he would, like, kind of move a little bit to the right so I could plant my knee on the back of his head, I think I could actually pull it off, because otherwise I'll just flip over and kick his computer right there, and I don't want to do it. Because that's actually a nice computer. You guys have not seen the inside of this thing, but it is beautiful. It's like someone took one of those space heaters and modded it to look like a computer. It looks really nice.
And that is all thanks to the Fort Nerd Tech Whiz Boomy. He went and pre-listed all of the components of our individual PCs.
Oh,
He
really?
made sure that they had the power they would need to be optimal for the next 5 years, I think he said.
Well, give or take, about the most you can put in a computer right now. You can barely get them on the shelves now down here. They're like, I think the most you can put's like, or get pre-bought is like 8 gigs of RAM now. And he actually had this at least, 6 months before anyone else had it. And that's just this year for Christmas down here. If you go really high out, you can get, you can do that while I'm boring with techie crap. While you get, you go really high tech, you might be able to get 12. But if you go, the general rule is double the RAM. So if you think you need 8 gigs, get, let's see, 8 and 8, 16. I had to do it with my fingers.
And I'm going to set some sand here. I was saving this little surprise in the oven for one of my other viewers who wanted to see me mess with water physics, and I'm going to do that. But I'm going to cook up some sand because this is going to be a viewing platform. I'm going to need a lot of glass.
Oh, that reminds me. Whatever country is watching this, I did not just give the thumbs up signal just a second ago because I don't want you to take my head off. Okay, because that gesture right now that I'm covering up with my hand, will get you killed in a state. Down here in America, it's like, you're hitchhiking or you're like, what's up? Thumbs up, buddy. Good going. Other places, it will actually get you killed. So watch out for that crap.
Apparently, it's actually not that good in England either. They take it to mean something else there.
Yeah, well, the finger. I mean, the original finger is actually a military application. Believe it or not. Like the middle finger thing. It was actually a military application. They would pluck the little string and it would shoot the little thingamabob. Yeah, now I'm getting all high tech. Using words like thingamabob and string and finger. Giggity.
Yeah, it's good to have some extra voice here. I often feel like everything's very flat, especially when I'm trying to actually build something. Nobody wants to see anybody actually build on Minecraft anymore.
Well, opposed to my chicken cackle. Yeah, people always go, "Hey, you gonna lay that egg yet?" And I'm squatting down right now. That's the funny thing, and cackling like a darn chicken. It's super chicken. No one remembers that. No one ever. I guarantee no one will remember that.
Let's see. I have.
Oh, I'm such a nerd.
Well, that's good because that's the kind of thing that we emphasize around here.
Johnny Cheese. You guys ever seen him make that face before? He makes that face every time he laughs. I can't see him, and I already know he's doing it. He's making that laugh face he does every time he laughs early on. You wait a minute, I'll crack him up, and you'll actually see him cover his face like this. His sister does it all the time. He does this. She covers her mouth like this. He actually covers his face like this, like he's trying to hide his whole face when he laughs. I'm like, dude.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, when I say brother, I do legitimately mean brother. This guy right here is legally married to my sister, and it's been hilarious.
Yeah, now shut up. He's getting me back for something. I don't know what it is yet, but I know I'll find out later.
Nah, don't hold anything against you, man. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Tell me about it. Especially that darn bronchitis. Nobody got time for bronchitis.
Which is odd, because nearly everybody in the family has it.
Oh God, tell me about it, dude. Because you know what? You gotta back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. My
And
daddy taught me good. Wait, let's see if I can do. Oh, what did I hit? Oh, okay, never mind. Hey, what the crap?
that's my water bottle.
Nice. Wait, did I mess you up with the thing I hit?
Nah,
You sure?
that's the door to the CD compartment and whatnot.
Oh, pretty. Go ahead, thank you.
I guess I'll take the building out to not that much.
I'm your father. No.
This is probably the best comedy I've had on this channel in a while. I fell off.
I can't breathe through this thing. Lord help me. You want to remember that? No. I got a better one.
I hope he's okay. Okay, there he goes.
I'm blind! What happened? Right, I'm done there. Oh, you got a light?
And
Oh, no, that's not a light.
that's the shelf that has
Okay.
all the stuff on it.
Okay, I thought I felt warmth coming from it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
The vent's over there though, so if
Oh, that explains it. Okay. Ugh, let me pull my hair back.
you might need to take a breath soon too. You're starting to ventilate a little bit. I like you enough so that you don't die on my show. Isn't that nice of me?
That's so sweet of you to do. I love you, sweetheart. Any nice thing. No, it really is. So.
Well, the area is completely made out of cobblestone. I guess I'll change that a bit later if it causes any problems, but it shouldn't. Now I'm gonna make up a bunch of glass panes, and we're gonna have the epic bay windows!
I gotta usually drag my shirt over my head or something, but it doesn't work. No one remembers Beavis and Butthead, not that it was any good. The new ones are crap.
The new everything is crap, and that's just all there is to it.
Oh God, every time they say, oh, this is gonna be excuse me, a reboot of something else, it always ends up being crap. I mean, no, not to sound sexist, but look at what they were gonna do with Ghostbusters.
Oh, that Ghostbusters stunk. They caused heck with that.
Oh.
And you would think that people would support an all-female cast in this day and age, but no. They got so offended at it. And believe me, I spent a lot of time researching the social justice warriors movement and everything else.
No,
It's part of my job.
Yeah, yeah, let me clarify. I don't have a problem with ladies doing stuff at all. Especially since my wife will probably be watching this later. I really don't have a problem with ladies doing anything. But, to be perfectly honest, the Ghostbusters were always a male team. They were always going to be a male team. And when they came out with the Ghostbusters Extreme stuff, or was it Ultimate?
I think it was Extreme.
Well, it was the guy in the wheelchair, because they had to deal with the handicapable people, you know. And it was the Mexican guy and that sciencey chick. I don't remember her name.
I'm glad somebody finally mentioned the handy-capable controversy.
Oh, don't even get me started on that crap. Do you have any idea how many times I go to a restaurant and go, hey, yes, I would love to see a menu. I took my dog and did like this in a grocery store, and they were like, you need any help, sir? I'm like, nope, just looking around. Alright, I'm done. That was horrible.
The bad thing is, knowing you probably did that at some point.
Oh, come on, don't be stupid. I wouldn't do that to a dog.
I was talking about the hand waving thing.
Oh, yeah. I won't do that.
See, there was
I have actually used echolocation like that. It actually worked.
Now, the happy little viewing platform over the lake is completed. It's made completely, well, not completely. The back wall could use some touching up, I think. The back wall and part of the sides are still made of dirt and sand.
Sorry, you can't pick your nose to this thing either. I'm done, yeah. But, all honesty, it actually doesn't look that bad. See? Like it's actually doing anything for me. Okay, I'm taking this word overboard now. I'll just stop.
Let's see. The next thing I wanted to do was actually mess with the water physics.
Yeah, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Well, okay.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I think you'll like it.
Now, the one thing you need in order to interact with water or any other sort of liquid is a bucket. Which is odd because lava would traditionally melt the bucket before it even touched the surface of it.
And they say water physics is real.
But yes, you need a bucket. In hindsight, I went and dug down a far bit so that I could get iron to show this to people because I know that the mining portion of the game really turns off a lot of people and it's such a huge part of the game itself.
You should dig like a bunch of little holes right there, like you were showing up. Go back over there where the little hole was. See, you should dig like a bunch of those and fill them up with lava, like on purpose, and you can have your own little Mario platform. It's boing, boing, you know, like you used to do with the little Bowser castle. You know what I'm talking
Now,
about?
I have seen people make recreations of Mario levels, and it is fantastic, like literally point for point.
How would they do the fire sticks?
I'm not sure exactly. I know some people use wool, and it's just like, oh, this is fire, I should avoid this.
See, that's bullcrap.
Or they hook the thing up to a dispenser, and it kind of acts like a booby trap.
Yeah, because the fire sticks are supposed to go around and around and around and around like that, you know?
You can make pieces rotate using...
I do it quick enough for the camera to do it. But if I do it quick enough, it'll actually look like my hand is a blur.
I don't know if my camera's that good enough to actually capture it like that. I really don't know. I think it is, but it might not be.
Because those of you who were actually imagining that, I did that on purpose so my eyes would get like that wide. You know.
It's time to eat. I guess I'll take some of these melons. My garden's actually growing very well out of the not so epic anymore Epic Bay window. You can see that my garden has fully grown. My pumpkins are grown. And for those of you that can't tell, the pumpkins come pre-fixed with jack-o'-lantern face.
I didn't know that.
So
What are you
then...
pointing at me? I'm about to hit that TV.
There's also a creeper outside.
See, I told you something was growing in it. Look at her. Look at that.
So-
that is just unnatural. What is that?
The secondary thing that you can use pumpkins for is you can how do I put this without offending people? You can shove a torch up its butt and turn it into a jack-o'-lantern. Technically, you can shove the torch in any direction you choose, but I choose to shove it up its butt because I think it's funnier that way.
You know what? I'm not even going to comment on that. I think whoever's watching this will have enough to fuel their fire with, so, you know what? Just have at it at this point.
So, the creeper... I'm gonna take care of this real quick. Okay, it's dead.
Is he only for Halloween, or is he like a natural thing?
Creepers are completely natural.
Well, when I said natural, I meant, holy crap, what is that thing?
Yes, they are a natural spawn. The lore behind the creeper is way back when the programmers were first making the pig sprites, they got the dimensions mixed up and there was an error in the coding so that when a strangely lanky pig that stood on 4 legs, now, like that, like the way you are now, stood on 4 legs and exploded when you got near it, and they're like, hey, you know what? We'll make it green and make it an enemy. Boom.
Oh! No, I can't do it. I can't. I was going to do that and fluff out my shirt to make it look like I was going to blow, but it wasn't funny.
And now, on to the water physics portion of the show.
Alright, I'm done.
I'm going to attach this to my happy little island because basically this is waterfront property and all I've got to mess with is the water.
You should still rent that out. Charge like a block of something it is, you know, it's hard to make a day, like a glow block. Or, you know...
A lot of people have their certain preferences when it comes to Minecraft currency. A lot of people do still use gold. And I have located a few pieces of gold. It's just I wanted to wait until sometime like about now to show people that. Because gold's actually really rare.
Well, I was about to ask, what use is it actually in a game where you can literally make a house out of lava? You know, I would prefer lava.
You do use it as a crafting material. It's not very good, but you can use it as a crafting material.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just stuck on the whole booby trap lava house thing. I just think that's so neat. Make a pool filled with lava. Give someone a lava drink.
I've actually been known for making my fountains on the various servers that my friends at Fort Nerd have made, particularly with lava, oddly enough. It gives off a lot of light. I find it a very acceptable material, especially when it's flowing. So I'm gonna make a quick, happy little fountain and attach it to my happy little island here. Now, I bet you guys didn't know this, but there are fences and walls in Minecraft, and they've actually made a lot of them a lot harder to make for some strange reason.
Don't make that simple either.
But you make a stone wall like this, and basically what it is a fence that's made out of stone, and it's remarkably cheap because who's not going to have a pile of stone lying around? And on top of that, it's a simpler recipe, and it makes more pieces.
I'm not going to say what that reminds me of just now. Giggity.
Well.
Alright, I'm done being stupid.
Okay, so let's put down these walls here. And as you can see, they're perfectly flush with the corner posts that I've started.
Corner post, do, 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 do.
And sadly, I cannot jump over these because these are technically 1.5 blocks tall. So yes, you can actually make a fairly decent defense out of them.
I'm telling you, Mario stairs.
Oh, you can do that too.
Yeah, Mario stairs, easy.
Now, how do I want to do this? You know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make some extra ones. See, like I said, water flows in a nearly infinite path. All you need is like one part of water, and you can do anything you want to with it.
See, now he was getting to the water physics. I was waiting for that because I was trying to figure out what in the world he was talking about. You should do one of those little spiral, fountains. You know, where it flows into one cup and then down to the other cup and then down to the other cup. Whenever you get the time, I'm just giving you ideas.
I don't think I'm that proficient with this technology in order to do that.
Well, if the water physics works like that, in theory it would work. You know what I'm talking about? Those little fountains where you start the water here and then it goes downhill and it runs into the cup and fills the other cup and then runs over to the other cup.
You can do something like that. I haven't tried, but that sounds like an idea.
And then I'd put fish in it.
You can't actually put fish in it, but any body of water actually is fishable. Like any body of water.
Well, can you catch fish and put them in like that bucket if it's full of water?
No.
Oh, come on, that is so cheap. Dude, no, I'm not going to say that. I had a very, very good comment, but I'm not going to say it because it might be offensive to the homosexual community, so I'm just shutting up. But,
so, as you can see, I've made a giant tower of fence posts and actually placed the water block in the center of it, and now it's fanning out in all four directions.
The center does not hold. Wait, I think it does. You did pretty good. That's almost dead center.
Actually, it is off, sadly. I was trying to make it centered, and it's not.
Well, I said almost, and you still did pretty good. You did a better judge than me. Considering when I do echolocation, it does not work well with video games. Let me clarify that now.
So, you can climb up a waterfall.
Anybody make a tactile version of a actual computer monitor, let me know. Because they said they were working on it, and then they quit doing it. And I will give this gesture to the person who decided to quit doing it. Notice I actually covered it up. You don't have to blur me out. It's okay.
I wouldn't know how to anyway. I'm not that good with this stuff. So now I'm filling in the base of the fountain, and it's all shiny and smooth with the little pole going up. It looks kind of like a pipe, if not all crackly and rusty.
I had a cat that would do that. He'd reach back and bite his tail because he was too stupid to realize it was his tail. So he'd scratch and he'd see his tail and go, ooh.
Now, the fountain does look a bit odd, but because of the way that I did it, one part is slightly askew from the next.
Did I mess you up by being here? Would you?
No, that's something I didn't really take into account when I was doing this in my head. It's not really a problem anyway. I'm doing this to demonstrate how water works. You can see all the peculiarities and get a better sense of it anyhow.
Well, that's fine, because that way it's going to zigzag a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it does. Up here at the top, it's going from the one block and fanning out in all four directions.
That's pretty.
But one is slightly like a block lower than the rest of them, and that part comes off in another part that is one block lower than that.
I got you. Turning my head to him like it makes a difference at this point. Usually, I honestly cut my eyes at him just to let him know I'm paying attention, but he can't see that right now. That's why he keeps looking back at me like this, because he can't see me do my eyes like that.
So, yeah, that is one minor explanation of how water works. Of course, you have infinite pools of water, because you can make it where water is infinite or water isn't infinite.
So I take it you're not playing on the server right now. You're just on your own little thing?
Yeah, I'm just on my own little thing, but I can get on a server.
The question is, if you got on the server, could you import that and the server would accept it if they had the same mod?
No, servers don't work that way. You would have to choose it from the beginning to be like that.
Okay, I got you. So there's no way they could import the actual map you had, because that would technically be cheating.
Well,
it would
they
be very
could, but it would reset absolutely everything about the world that's already there and replace it with mine.
Eh? Hmm.
Speaking of which, I wonder if Boomy would allow me to have a copy of some of the other servers, because, he made backup copies on flash drives of some of the old Fort Nerd servers that we had.
Well, in theory, all you'd have to do is just copy the map file over.
Or, set it up so that I could access it directly and play on the server without there actually being a server.
Well, if what you told me is true, then I could copy the map file over. Just have it load. Even if it does the crap that Flash Player does when it previously marks the file for deletion before it actually creates it. And you know what, I'm saying too much already. That's a little tip for you YouTube fans out there who want to keep stuff. Wink, wink.
And now I see that area that was possibly dark enough to spawn the creeper in the first place. So I'm going to fix that.
Oh, so they spawn in a certain area like that, kind of like
They spawn in the dark. All of the monsters here spawn in the dark, but they don't all die in the daylight. In a few of the episodes previous, I have shown you that, yes, in the daylight, the zombies will spontaneously combust and burn to death. Not all of the monsters do that.
Similar to my flesh. See, there's a spot right there. I got caught in the sunlight today, and it just... Good.
See, everybody I know already compares me to a vampire, so I'm like, yeah, why not? Speaking of which, we have enemy contact! Or not. Oh, it's an ocelot!
Why'd y'all even do it while I'm looking away? You alright?
I've been staring at you this whole
I
time.
almost got your face. I'm sorry.
So, for those of you that don't know, an ocelot is a wild cat. And you can tame it with fish, and then have it be a house cat.
Well, wait, how do you get the fish?
By fishing, of course.
Wait, but
I made one in the last episode. You need a fishing rod, which is 3 sticks and 2 string in a typical, hey, this looks kind of like a fishing rod pattern.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Sorry, I didn't have it tight enough to my face.
But, yeah, I explained this in the last episode, but hey, a refresher doesn't always hurt. You toss the bobber into the water, and you look for the little bubbles. And when the bubbles come up to you like that, that means you've caught a fish. In this case, I actually caught a pair of boots that I'm going to wear because I don't have any other boots.
It's like Animal Crossing, except you can actually wear the stuff you catch. Can you catch tires?
No, you can't catch tires, but with the appropriate enchantments on your fishing pole, you can catch anything from boots to diamonds to gold.
That's cute.
All kinds of junk. You have to be very careful and pay attention to the water particles, though. It's not extremely easy because I have the particles actually turned down for better performance.
Wait, why does the fish create bubbles? They don't actually breathe out through their mouths, I thought.
I don't know, but I think that's about as shorthand as you can get for, hey, something's coming up on you in the water.
No, I know what I did. It's classic. Hey, here's a fish, blah, 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 blah.
Speaking of which, here comes another one. And it is a typical Minecraft fish. One of these days I'm going to show you one of the interesting fish that they added recently. They added Mugu, which is a puffer fish, which you can use to brew up water-breathing potions.
I was going to say poison. I thought that was technically a poisonous fish.
They are.
Yes, I'm
Let's just give it one more try here. We're probably not going to tame the cat right off the bat, but you tame cats differently from how you would tame any other animal in the game.
Why don't you just hold your hand out flat like this and go, hey, here.
Well, yeah, that's basically what you do. You
Except
get
you
some
got the fish
fish and you hold it.
Well, that's cheating because you got the fish in it. Any cat's going to come up to you with fish in your hand.
But you have to have enough fish to actually make it happy with you, and that's the tricky part, because it can be 1 or it can be like 50.
So what are these things for? Like once you tame them?
You keep them as house pets, and they act as creeper repellents.
There's a house pet! That's adorable. I'm sorry, that was just really adorable.
Oh, you think that's bad? They come in various forms, like you can have a typical tomcat, you can have a tabby cat, you can even get a Siamese cat.
No, I'm not gonna ask that. No.
Go ahead and ask.
No, I can't do that. You don't have this NC-17. I'm not asking that.
Just go ahead and ask. No, they don't get that graphic.
They're not that graphic on you?
They don't get
Okay.
that graphic, but you can breed the animals if you have the appropriate items.
Ew!
They don't actually show anything. Like I said, they don't get that graphic, but
Hey,
you
I just
can
asked
breed
about
them.
animal anatomy. You didn't have to go into the whole breeding prospect now.
Speaking of which, all of the cows on the server are technically female.
See,
But you can breed 2 females to get an offspring.
Now, we were talking about sexist stuff before. They're just as bad as the Ghostbusters. Alright, I'm done now. I'll stop. I really hate that idea.
That is a thing. Technically, the cows are all female because they have udders.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there, but that's what you get from the cows. You get milk from the cows, right?
Yes, you can get milk from the cows. All you have to do is go up to them with a bucket and click on them, and they will give you milk. But yes, technically all the cows are female, and you can still pair them up and breed.
Don't you let
An
that
offspring.
game lie to you, bro.
Yeah, that's not how it works, people.
I'm telling you, that's not how it works. But don't let that game lie to you, dude. You milk that bull cow. You milk him good, bro.
And the cat's disappeared now. If you're not standing perfectly still, they will run away from you.
Put that bucket up under that bull and milk that cow good.
There's the giant spiders my sister's so afraid of. I show. She's a total arachnophobe. You'll live with her.
Oh, yeah, I know, but still. Dude, one day she literally broke a window trying to kill a spider. I mean, literally.
And my system kind of froze.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it does that every now and then. I think we're fine.
Oh.
But yeah, the cat's disappeared now, and I just got some fish. Another interesting thing about cats, they act as creeper repellents. So the fiercest enemy in the game, debatably, is apparently allergic to cats and or just a cataphobe. I forget the technical term for that. But yeah, that's a thing.
You said creeper. I was doing that little creeper collie thing.
And here's a sheep. A nice brown sheep just walking along. I could pen in the animals, but really I don't need them for food because I actually had the hindsight to produce a garden that would give me food.
How long did it take that thing to grow anyways?
Well, each Minecraft day is about 15 minutes day and 15 minutes night.
Okay.
Or something like that. It's like 15 day and 12 night or something. But something like that. You get the point.
Yeah, I got it.
And my system's really slowing down for some reason. It must be the new chunks. But, you know, it takes a couple of days to a week for a single thing to grow.
It doesn't sound like it's a fan issue. Wait a minute, let me take this thing off just to be sure I can hear through it. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Let's see. Hold on.
It works on many levels. So tell me, Vin, my anonymous guest, how do you feel about chocolate chip cookies?
Well, Al, I actually enjoy cookies very much, Al.
Hey, they didn't hear it. It doesn't count. I corrected myself.
Well, whatever you say, Al.
And besides, my stage name is Al, so...
Well, I must be... Anyways, It doesn't sound like it's a fan problem. If anything, it might be a RAM issue. I'll get a look at it.
It might be the RAM. Let's face it, this rig has been through some things.
Well, the scary thing is you still show up as 8 gigabytes of RAM.
It might
it
be
looks like
RAM,
it's
or
okay
it might
now.
it might literally just be the game because it hiccups sometimes when it's trying to process new data.
Now you got me wanting coffee.
Well, speaking of coffee, I have the recipe for chocolate chip cookies, and you know it's chocolate because the recipe literally calls for cocoa beans.
Oh no, that's adorable.
2 pieces of wheat flank a cocoa bean in the center, and you get 8 cookies per batch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 2 batches of cookies. Sadly, they are like the second least useful food in the game, but on occasion you will get a speed buff, so it's like getting a sugar high. And you run around all hyper.
I'm Batman. No, not quite. I don't have enough points up here. I was trying to do it like that. But now I look like Bugs Bunny when I do this. If I did it, I did a weapon. I did it!
Let's see, what else is going on here?
Never mind.
Yes, I'll show you the TNT cannon in my off time in order to try and impress the girl. Yes, I literally said that.
Hello.
In order to try and impress a girl, I actually went and built a little fortress in my off time.
How'd you get the TNT cannon to work?
TNT cannons have actually changed quite a bit. I'm glad you asked that, because before you could just put down some obsidian. For those of you that don't know, obsidian is like the second rarest and most powerful material in all the game.
Yeah, it's kind of like the obsidian Thor's pike guys you see on Star Wars, with those big old black spear-looking things.
It is basically the same thing, honestly. There's only one way to actually harvest bunnies.
See, now, I just said Bugs Bunny, and there's a rabbit. It's official. I'm psychic. I called it.
And there's the horses.
I am the Technomancer. What the crap? Oh.
Sadly, the fortress doesn't really have an inside right now, so I'm going to have to climb up the side.
Well, see, this actually leaves some room for improvement. So you could put a couch there, and well, as soon as you get done climbing.
Oh, it's
How tall do you make this thing?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm just like, oh, that girl I'm talking to likes Minecraft. Oh, I'll make a castle. Yeah, I can do that.
Castle in the sky for you, my dear.
It's not in the sky, but I could have if I thought about it.
I can't do it on key because if I did, you might get flagged with a copyright. Actually.
Yes, I would, but that's only if you use the direct song. As long as you're singing it, it doesn't count.
Well, that's good because I can't sing in key anyways. I sing
So
and
anyway,
my cat yells at me.
here we have a classical TNT cannon redesigned for the specific purpose of working in this mod pack.
I can do it with my eyes closed too.
So the typical TNT cannon, here you have one side redstone repeaters, and here you have a straight line of redstone, and you push this little button, and the signal goes down to the 2 wires at the same time, but the repeaters delay the signal on one end. So the TNT slides down the barrel, as it were.
Now I'm off. I'm quitting. It's not fun anymore. I missed.
And
TNT slides down the barrel. Sorry.
And perches itself right there on the edge where the TNT that was lit just a few seconds behind it then gets propelled by the explosion, and the physical piece of TNT that remains flies off to wherever it's going to fly off and is exploded. Now, actually, I haven't test-fired this one, so I don't know if this is going to work or not. It could take a chunk out of the fortress. Actually,
well, I forgot to make
I
it
had
like
to change the way it works because they did They did change how redstone works in that kind of messed up cannons. Now you have to put this little hook on it. Apparently my commentator is getting bored with my jabbering, so let's light this candle.
I was about to say, light the cannon! Light it!
So,
I see something blow
this
up.
one tiny button here we go! It seems to be working, sliding down,
Come on.
and it took out a chunk just barely an inch away from the fortress.
They really need to fix the aim on that.
You can't precisely aim this kind of thing. I took out a piece of the tower.
Now you gotta rebuild it. See, you talk about doing stuff for the chicken and you go and blow it up. How do you think it's gonna make it feel? I'm sorry, no, I just did very bad. But you can say you did it as the ultimate sacrifice to show your viewers. I loved you so much, I sacrificed part of the thing that I built. But you know what? That's a load of crap. She's never going to believe it. I'll think of something better in a minute.
She knows I do YouTube, so it's okay. I'll patch it up and make it look better later.
Okay, but seriously, back to the redstone. That was the stuff you were telling me about earlier?
Yes, the redstone is a kind of substitute for electricity in the Minecraft world. A lot of people compare it to using binary, which is something I know you're actually very familiar with.
1001, 1001.
Which is why I bring it up, because if you can understand binary, then you can understand redstone, then you can do some pretty amazing stuff.
So you can actually do circuits with it then?
Yes, all of the redstone mapping is referred to as circuitry.
Right now, let's say I just pulled that right on my butt, okay? I didn't expect it to work.
Well, I'm afraid it does.
See?
They even call the certain
Right on my
configurations logic gates and or gates, which I know are actually technical terms, mostly because I hang out with you all the time.
Actually, that's not the first time I heard of logic gate. It was used on another game once, but I forgot what it was. It was something like Slipstream or one of those weird, obscure games no one's probably ever heard of. If anyone remembers what that game is, please let me know in the comments. It actually did use the word logic gate before the Minecraft people did it, but I forgot what it was called.
But that was a very interesting explosion. I probably should have messed with it a little more so that it would actually work. But you got to see a pretty nice hole, and I can just fix that later.
No, go ahead and fix it, because I'm trying to think of what the name of that game was. I want to say it was something Shadowrun based. Oh god, I love Shadowrun.
Speaking of Shadowrun,
dude, all it is William Gibson books, except with no trolls or no. Well, the Shadowrun and all has trolls and stuff in it. You're about to hear me rant.
I've been reading about Shadowrun a lot recently,
well,
and it's basically D&D in the future with laser guns.
And the Matrix.
And the Matrix.
And magic. Well, D&D
sort of magic.
They're more shamanistic. They go by different deities that all are based off of animals. Like the kitty, cat, and the rat.
So I'm going to have about a half dozen cookies right now to replace the HP I lost from falling off the tower.
Yeah, I told you that was a high tower. Man, the high tower. That's a decent Philip K. book. Series is okay.
Some of the wheat that I harvested beforehand in the time that we've been talking...
No, it was the Man in the High Castle. I'm sorry.
Actually has grown, so yeah, and about the length that we've been talking, we have actually produced wheat. If that's any clue on how fast it grows. Also potatoes.
Oh, okay, it's supposed to do that. Dude, that vent actually carries noise from in there. That was creepy for a second.
Yeah, I know.
Because when I was younger, I had this bullhorn, and your sister, I actually saved it, like, right when we were going out and stuff, and she was like, I know you want to get on the top of your house with a bullhorn and shout to the roofs that you're dating me, and I'm like, and I can do it, too. And she thought I was messing with her, and I showed her the bullhorn, and she was like, you did not do that. I'm like, no, I didn't do it, but I just thought I'd show you I could.
No, but I would if you'd let me.
I would so do it if you let me, my dear.
That's the kind of guys we are.
Yeah, we're
Don't you dare us to do something stupid, because we will do it.
well, like the movie Pixel actually says. You know, nerds are actually good kissers because we respect them more when we get them. You know, not to generalize you ladies, but back to the vent. I actually stuck my bullhorn that I got for Christmas one year down in the vent, and I was like talking through it and stuff, and it was going all the way up through the house. And I was just doing it to see if I could hear it from the next room. And all of a sudden, my grandmother comes banging on the door. You know, hey, we're trying to sleep in there. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Well, you made a very valid argument about me being able to fix things, and it turns out I can because I enabled cheating for specifically that sort of event. So,
Cheater.
I'll go into cheat mode and show you the trampoline that I told you about.
Oh, come on, man. I can't see that, and that's going to make me sick already. I'm just thinking about it. I get nauseous just thinking about it.
Let me see if I can remember the command. This is how you know I'm not actually a cheater. I can't remember how to cheat.
You have to flip back to Notepad and look it up, probably. What do you say?
I know what it is, but it takes me a couple tries to get it right. There, I got it right.
See? First try.
Okay, so the slime blocks, or the trampolines as I call them.
Oh, so that's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do. Darn it, I don't think it's in here.
By
Yeah.
the way, if you guys are motion sick, based, in any way, shape, or form, I would recommend skipping over part of this, because...
Oh, there it
This is
is.
not gonna be
Slime
pretty.
block.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is-
those
yeah.
of you that suffer from motion sickness or simulation sickness, I'm sorry about this, but it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, so, sweetheart, you might want to skip past this. She gets dizzy watching me just spin around on a merry-go-round by myself. Or for those English folks, a roundabout by themselves. And, yeah, I mean, I can only imagine what she's going to go through. I'm telling you now, she's not going to watch this part.
So, as you can see, it's kind of bouncy. I'm not really doing it right, but if you have a sequence of this...
Yeah, you gotta jump like you would an actual trampoline. I think you actually have to jump straight on it. And keep doing it like Mario.
But I'm just gonna make a few of these here, and I'm probably going to die when I try this, but it's only gonna work if I use the real-time physics.
You know, I know exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a bunch of them, and you're gonna jump up too high, and then you're gonna go kersplat.
If I don't die from the monsters that have spawned in this area, because it's nighttime now.
Well, you should have took the cat with you.
I didn't get the cat.
You see, you should have trained the cat.
Okay, let me get up here.
At least the cat. Fire the cannon!
Boing, boing, ow. Okay, never mind. That didn't work right.
Yeah, that I can't see, and I'm thinking right now that sounded like that hurt.
Which is odd because the sound is off.
Not on a lot of yours, no. Sometimes you can still tell some of the times the sound will bleed through. Even though you actually have the sound portion of the TV off, XSplit's nice enough to pipe the sound in anyways, usually.
See, you're the one that can hear that. I can't. And now I'm surrounded. I should run. I'm running.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Batten down the hatches.
Now, this has probably been going on for a while, and I have a tendency to go over the 20-minute usual, but I really don't give a flip. I'm a YouTube partner, technically, and I can do what I want.
Well, what you're supposed to do is give them that little notice at the beginning saying, click here if it's over 20 minutes. Because
I don't know how to do that.
I've got mine set up to where I don't give a crap, but usually they'll make you click this bull crap thing going, oh, this is more than 20 minutes. I want to watch it anyway, blah, blah, blah.
I do have my bed set up, and this is the first time I've ever actually used this bed. So, from this point on, I will spawn here when I die, instead of out in the middle of the woods there.
Now, whatever you do, don't get stuck in what we programmers call a logic loop, where they get in your house and kill you, you respawn, they kill you again. Because that would be the game griefing you, and that's bullcrap.
That has happened to me before, let's face it. I'm not very good at this.
I was going to say, if it was going to be anybody, it would be you. I have the worst luck when it comes to things that aren't supposed to happen. To this day, my uncle has played a version of Mario I have never seen before in my life, except maybe twice. It looked almost like I'm getting completely off of context here.
The commentary is the commentary. It goes where it will. It has no master.
You just can't walk into the commentary.
One does not simply stay on one track while commenting a YouTube video.
Like I said, one does not just walk into a commentary.
Let's see. What other stuff can I do here? Kind of running out of ideas.
We're not without a magic mirror and an elf chick and... What, was she an elf chick?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
The cleric-y girl from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, she was an elf. She was an elf, I think.
2, 1, foo, giggity giggity. Remember that scene?
Oh, brother.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm horrible.
Let's see. I suppose I can take the time to, do redstone.
Your mattress is not straight, and I'm going to sit over here and pull the crap out of it until it straightens itself out.
Well, it's deflated, that's
It's my
the problem.
OCD. Excuse me.
So, from my failed trampoline experiment, I'll set up a small bit of a
Hey, now
railroad.
that didn't count, dude. You got your butt handed to you by those things.
I think I'm doing it wrong by accident. I think I know
What?
how to do what I was trying to do, but I'm not going to concentrate on that right now.
But I also wanted to see what it looks like if you guys flatten up against the cobblestone over there. Sorry.
You don't take damage from running into things. You take fall damage, but you don't take damage from running into things.
So I'm not going to see the classical Wile E. Coyote splat up against the cliff.
Nope. Not this time.
Ah.
So...
Can I see an axe go through his head?
I don't have one, but yeah.
No, not right now. I was just making conversation. I was trying to relate the cartoon violence.
Minecart, man. Where's just the regular minecart? I can't stand when this happens. Okay, there it is. So, let me explain the railroads.
Tasting from that window.
I'm in cheat mode again, and I'm just grabbing all the various things.
Oh, okay. You're doing the spawn codes.
Well, technically it's not a code. They have those, but I don't know any of them.
You got the console active?
You can just use the chat for that. The chat
Oh.
also counts as the console.
Okay, because back in the old days, you have to go into the INI file and then do a /console equals enable or change the 0 to a 1 in there.
So, let's get rid of some of this grass here.
Blah, 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 techy stuff. Blah, 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 cool. Never mind.
Get rid of some of this grass. And I'll go over the railroads. Now, as you can see, I have some different types of rails here. There's your standard railroad rail. Put that right there. And then there's your golden rail / powered rail. And I'll stick that right there. And then there's your detector rail. And I'll stick that right there. Now, the detector rail and initials, yeah.
Oh no, we need your blood now.
Now
and
these...
your soul goes in that slot right there. Yeah.
These are the three main railroady things that you're going to see. Now, the detector rail acts like a switch. I told you earlier about how the switch is basically the start of anything that does with redstone.
Oh, okay, that's cool. You're actually
So-
going to show me the circuit connection then.
Well, kinda. There's a way you can use redstone in order to make self-sustaining railroad systems.
I'm trying to make it look like I'm actually looking at you, but I think it just looks really, really creepy when I do that. I'm sorry, I can't look at you without this thing.
So I'm just going to set up some detector rails and some power rails in a nice little loop here. And I've spawned a minecart on top of it. Now the minecart is on top of the detector rail, which I said acts like a switch. So the powered rails that normally you would need redstone to start is started by the detector rail. So start at the detector rail and go, and it'll make a never-ending loop that powers itself.
Yeah, I was about to ask, where are you going to put the other one to stop it?
I don't have any brakes on this thing.
Oh, joy.
So
It's either going to be really, really neat or really, really bad.
So I press up to go.
How fast will it let you go? Just keep
depending.
pressing up. See how
Yeah,
fast
you
it'll let
press
you go?
up. I press up to start the sequence.
Yeah, you guys might want to look away from this too, because I have the feeling this is going to spin really quick.
Actually, I didn't do it right because that detector rail isn't helping anything. I guess it'll have to be powered, but I have a redstone torch just for such an occasion. So,
Take it apart.
well, sort of. Redstone only works if it's like a thing beside it or a thing above it.
Oh, okay.
Or
so
under
it's
it.
gotta have something to complete the circuit, otherwise you can't do anything.
Yeah. So the detector rail's on, and I'm just going in a single loop here because the other detector rail is powered off. But
Okay.
if I put the thing here and move that around,
You know, it's a shame. I should have shown my face for that. That was a classic vomit look. You know? I like the cinnamon challenge.
you just start with the detector rail and you go round and round and round, but only for one loop. You can make it go infinite if you do something like this.
Oh god.
And so you start off and it just keeps going
right,
and going
in the
and going.
circuit. Well, you do, but you end it right where. Okay. That's clever.
And you can use this to make railroads or roller coasters or just about anything you can think of
Well, how long is it gonna keep going?
until I stop it. Because that's how it works. Until something or someone stops it, it just keeps going. That's how people make clocks a lot of the time.
What are you carrying to throw up in?
As you can see, I bumped into the cart and now it's going the other way. But it will keep going until I stop it or you break
I
the
did not
trails.
expect that to happen. It actually has motion physics. That's clever. That's pretty good. That is actually impressive.
And there's the little railroad. There's actually a lot of stuff people have done with redstone. Let me get some real quick and I can explain how that works. Dispensers and blocks and redstone and repeaters. I don't know about comparators.
Wait, does that mean like router repeaters, like signal repeaters?
Yes, it is a signal repeater.
Oh, it is like a router.
Like I said, a lot of people compare it to computers and
Oh.
binary code, and yeah, there's a reason for that.
So that means in theory, with enough repeaters, you can make that an almost infinite track and just keep moving.
Yeah, and one of the horses got stuck in the minecart, and now the horse looks like it is totally, what the heck is going on? And it's
No,
trying as hard as it possibly can to get out of the cart, but it's not working.
No, sir, I don't like it.
And it's just going round and around and around, and the horse is trying so hard to get out. Poor horsey. So, redstone blocks.
You're just gonna leave him there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave them there.
Oh, come on, man. Stop the horse.
Okay.
It is bad.
Oh, great. I broke it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there it goes.
Okay.
I was about to say, I broke the darn thing. Oh, I'm on the horse. I didn't mean to get on the
Oh,
horse.
okay, that's clever. Make him jump off.
You can tame a horse, but you need a saddle, and that's something that doesn't come easy. But first, you get on it and you break it, like an actual wild horse. It has to accept you as its master.
Yeah, I was about to say that actually is a horse term. The interesting thing is I knew that. I actually
And
used to
you
race
get on it, and you get on it, and eventually it accepts you as its master, and then you can put the saddle on it. See, like right now,
It does not like you.
I just tamed it, and now I can access the inventory. Which then you put the saddle on it, and
Oh,
then
okay.
it lets you ride it.
Okay, that was quick.
And you can actually, change direction and guide where it goes and stuff.
Dude,
You can
horses are
also
really-
attach a chest to it
Oh, okay, that's clever.
and keep an inventory on it. Actually, that might be exclusive to donkeys. Donkeys are a thing in this game too, by the way.
That's racist. Eddie Murphy, that's racist. Donkey!
But yeah, you can also put a saddle on a pig.
Why would you
And
put a saddle on a pig?
you use it as a discount horse. That was in the game before they added horses. That's not actually working the way I intended it to work.
No, it's not.
But you get some redstone, and if you get 9 redstone, it'll act like a giant battery of sorts. You can use it to carry currents uphill and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And, make elevators and things. People have actually made some pretty impressive setups.
I wonder if it just works with motion.
Uh,
Wait, you said you made a light out of it.
You can make lights. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to act right now. As you can see, the pistons here, little raisable platforms, they're going nuts when I stick them on this.
Oh, so you can't do the Mario movie platform ladder thingies.
Yeah, you can. I'm just not very good at setting them up to clocks.
Well, you have to space it just right, because if they're reacting
No,
to the other
what
one like
I
that,
mean by clock is actually a formation of redstone.
well,
You
that's what I'm
take some
saying.
repeaters and you put them in a little bit. I don't know if this works or not. They changed the way redstone works, so this might not. But you take some redstone and take some repeaters and put them in a formation like this. Redstone in the corners and repeaters facing in the correct directions. In
That
between the
looks right.
corners. And then you light it up with a torch, right?
Uh-huh.
But then you lose the torch.
But that stays lit up.
Yeah, it stays lit up, but you can make it flicker if you do this quick enough. Now, what I'm going to do is take out this corner piece of redstone, and if I do it fast enough, it will keep the charge of having the torch on it, but it will spread it around in an infinite loop among the repeaters.
Oh, that's clever. So it's
If
slow.
I can get it to work. They changed it recently. It might not.
Yeah, probably.
Drum roll, please. It works.
Too late.
And it's going along the redstone into the
Yeah.
repeaters and
Yeah,
along to the redstone.
As soon as you said lights, we should have put a Caesar warning at the beginning of this.
A lot of people see it's bad to use the lights because Minecraft can't handle it really. They have these little lamps and you can light them up if you use redstone, and you can make them make them attach to a clock like this, like what I have already set up. And you can make little blinking lights out of it. But the game doesn't like that very much. It doesn't handle blinking lights so well. But you can do that.
Don't mind me, I'm just checking your processor command to see what it's doing.
No, it's a glitch in the game itself
Shut up, puppy!
that does that. The game just can't handle blinking lights. But as you can see, I've attached the special redstone light to the blinking circuit, and now it itself is blinking.
That's clever.
And it'll just keep blinking and blinking and blinking. And even if I disconnect the blinking light from the circuit itself will still blink.
That's actually a bug.
Yeah, actually, I think it is. They were supposed to have changed it so that it doesn't do that anymore.
Well, yeah, but then you wouldn't have the pretty flashy thing that causes seizures.
Technically, there's other ways of doing it, but it's the most easy one I know of.
I'm sorry, that was offensive.
But yeah, you can just hook the thing up to a redstone block that acts as a battery, or you can hook it up to, switches and buttons and whatnot.
See, that would be cool if you could have like your own little chasing Christmas lights like that.
You can. There are people who have made roller coasters.
I was gonna say, if you put the repeaters a little differently, I bet you could make like the little tracky light, that goes around like that.
Yeah, you can. I've actually used that technique to make lighthouses before.
See, that would be pretty.
What I would do was have a little track set to the activator tracks.
Is the charge infinite, I wonder?
Yes, the charge can be infinite if you set it up correctly. But what I would do is I would take the pressure plate tracks. What are they called? Let me look. The detector rail tracks, I would put those down and I would start the cart going. And the cart would act as a switch that would activate lights as it was going around. So it would look like
about to say you could do like the little pressure plate track thing. Yeah, okay.
And it would actually look like the light was spinning around.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that.
But like I said, the server doesn't really take that kind of thing so well. We don't know why it does. It's just something they haven't fixed.
Well, it's probably the way the actual game modifies the lighting and the shadow effect, maybe.
Probably is.
Light, I don't know if it's actually defined part of the laws of physics they have set up either. I'd have to see how they did their physics code, to be honest, because it's something like Half-Life.
You also have little repeaters and droppers that serve as guns, kind of.
Of course, the only difference is in Half-Life, they shove it in your face all the time. Although I did like the G-Man in Half-Life.
The G-Man was kind of cool.
He talks like this. Dude.
But here I have a wall of repeaters set up, and I call these guns because basically that's all I use them for. Little booby traps and whatnot.
Are those more of those little cannon things?
They're little cannons, but they're not the same kind of cannons.
Yeah, what do you have those loaded with?
Nothing yet, but I'm going to get some arrows real quick.
What happens if you put a slime block in it?
It'll just eject the slime block.
Well, it doesn't stick to stuff?
It doesn't do that with these, but if you have things like, there's a thing in the game called a fire charge, and it acts like a flaming ball if you shoot it out of these.
Oh, so I can't do flaming zombies?
Yes, you can.
But I can't have slime zombies that stick to each other.
No.
And make this little big old zombie ball that goes rolling down the hill like on Critters. You remember Critters? When they both got in that big old ball and just rolled down the hill and rolled over everybody?
No, you can't do that.
Or am I thinking of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Probably. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think one ripped the other one off, and I forgot which one.
You can put the fire charges in it, and it'll make fireballs. You can put lava in it, and it will squirt lava.
Okay, anybody who's watched this far, let me know. Was it Attack of the Killer Tomatoes or Critters that came first? It might have been Critters 2, with the little critters that got themselves up into a snuggly little kitty ball and rolled down the hill and started smacking people around with themselves. Because I want to say it was both. In fact, I know it was both. I just don't remember which one came first. So if you've watched this far, and I'm hoping you are, comment and let me know. So there you go. Now you can do comments. Hopefully you get some new ones off of this, because they're really going to have to contact some people for this information, or probably look it up on IMDb or something.
Well, I'm getting me a passel of arrows. And also fire charges, because that's a thing. I might as well get some of those too. Get some fire charges up in this business.
I want you to light up one of those little butt plugs that sat there kick the snot out of you a second ago.
Oh, they're over there in the water. They're kind of hanging out.
They can swim?
Yeah, they can kind of swim. They mostly bob up and down on the water surface to keep from being burnt. The AI got upgraded so that they can actually, oh my god, I'm burning, I better go somewhere and hide from the sun.
Joy, it's smart. If you set them on fire, do they run and hide then?
I don't know if they're that intelligent or not.
Maybe not. I'm still saying flaming, slimy zombies.
But the way you have to do this now is slightly different from the way you did it when they first started, because you actually need the repeater in order for the signal to go into the gun blocks, as I'm calling them. And actually, I'm going to need that to be a little... I'm not very good with this kind of thing, but I'm going to set up what I know as a row of machine guns.
So they're basically gonna Hadouken those little balls out.
Yes, and some other things that I have pre-selected for this purpose.
How do you time them?
You can fire them all at once, or you can fire them individually, or you
Okay,
can
so
set
you
them
don't-
on a timer.
Okay, so you can do them in time sequence, so you don't have to sit there and run past them like the Roadrunner and let them all off.
You could, or you can have just one thing that you sit on and it shoots everything like a machine gun.
Okay, there you go. Either way, would technically be more like a Claymore if it did it all at once.
Let me get some more regular blocks
There are
here.
Claymores, fertilizer, various CIA words inserted here.
So I'm having a double-decker set up. Are you
It
okay?
made you look.
Yes. Yes, you did.
I was gonna make it look like one of the CIA guys grabbed me and decided.
So you have the redstone going into the repeaters that then go into the guns.
You know, I just realized that joke did not work because they saw my hand go over here. So, never mind.
And you have a little switch here. I'm going to put the switch right here. And as you can see, it goes all through the redstone, even uphill into the ones on top.
What color is this cape anyway?
Red.
Really?
Yes.
I am the Red Menace. That's got to be copyrighted somewhere. I'm not the Red Menace. I
So
am Neo, who wishes to remain anonymous.
I'm going to put the water bucket in this one, and I'm going to put the lava bucket in this one. And I'm going to make a little trench here just so that it doesn't burn up everything else. This one's going to have fire charges in it. This one's going to have some arrows in it, and this one's going to have some arrows in it. And I'm going to set them all off at once. Blam, blam, blam. Or is it the pressure plate? I think the pressure plate does that. But as you can see, the water and the lava went off at the same time and created some obsidian. And now the game's really chugging along because it's not used to having all of these physics on the screen at the same time.
Oh, joy. I think we broke it. I'm not even going to ask what this is because it looks like a video game.
Yeah, you probably don't want to show that.
Yeah, we're not showing that.
Let's put the pressure plate on here. And oddly enough, it does it in reverse. If you step on it again, there goes a fire charge.
Hold on, let me hide this back over here where you had it.
And now I set the jungle on fire.
There you go. I didn't know. Sorry about that.
And yes, as you can tell, this jungle is actually a long way away from the site. It's got quite some range on it, and the jungle is on fire. Like, literally, there is so much fire here. We're live. There is literally so much fire here that my frame rate is being slowed because there is so much fire. He had to go take care of something.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm taking care of the fire I started. These guns have some impressive range. In case you're wondering, it went from the initial test site over the entire length of the lake.
See, now before you couldn't get that cannon to do that. Now you got this thing to literally set a forest on fire.
A forest on fire from blocks and blocks and blocks away. You might as well say that this was more than a mile away.
Well, what in the world determines how far that thing fires?
Well, the obsidian cannon that's on top of the fortress and these little cannons here are not the same thing.
Okay. I have never played this before. So you did not listen to Smokey the Bear?
No,
Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
I created a small forest fire, but it's okay. Everything's under control now.
Well, where'd you get the water to put it out?
I didn't. I'm in creative mode. I can smash fire. And I accidentally set off another charge. And that was a pretty good thing where you could just see the charge going off and launching into the woods. Like, literally, you guys saw that. I was mere seconds behind the charge. It literally went from the test site here, like, seriously over a mile,
You should,
straight into the forest.
you should package that and call it Fireworks.
Oh, speaking of Fireworks, we actually have Fireworks in this game.
Fireworks.
Yes, we actually do have fireworks.
I was actually going to say those would make decent fireworks if done properly. But,
So, what you need in order to make fireworks is a fireworks star. And the fireworks star is some kind of coloring. You can use brown coloring or rose petals or whatever. And you take the coloring and you put it in with gunpowder.
Can you use multicolored?
Yes, you can.
So you can do like pink ones and red ones?
Pink, red, blue, any of the colors that are currently in the game
They
work.
have blue roses?
Well, not blue roses, but you can have blue coloring.
I was about to say, what do you call them, Smurfs? Smurfy Rose. Never mind.
Okay, let me get this started because it's actually quite a complex recipe and I'm going to need to show people step by step. I'm going to get a bench. Actually, it would probably be easier if I just put the things in my inventory.
Is it a Smurfy bench? I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the blue roses thing. I screwed that up. Dude, I really do like this water bottle. And I'm not just saying that.
Speaking of which, it turns out to be a blue water bottle.
It's a really?
Yes.
Oh, isn't that so Smurfy? Alright, I'm sorry. You need a bench. And
Yes,
I
a
got you distracted.
bench, and I have a couple of flowers here for those of you that want to know, because I know there are people who are way interested in all the different kind of flowers. You have dandelions, poppies, blue orchids, alum, which is some kind of purplish plant,
Oh, that was
azure blute, which is a kind of white flower, red tulips, orange tulips, white tulips, pink tulips, oxeye daisies, and it is literally spelled ox-eye. I'm not joking.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, did them on oxide, like the type of...
You have mushrooms, lily pads,
Hey, wait.
vines.
Those mushrooms?
Yeah, they do get you high if you eat them.
I was about to ask them. No, go back to the dandelion.
Sunflowers, lilacs,
Ooh, sunflowers.
ferns, roses,
They're delicious.
peony, however you pronounce that.
Peyote?
Peony.
Well, you said mushrooms before. I thought peyote. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
But it's a kind of pinkish plant, and it's 2 blocks tall.
That is not what peyote looks like.
But yeah, there are a lot of different kinds of flowers, so you can have fun with that.
That was a very adult joke somewhere. Don't worry about it. So those dandelions, do they make the fireworks puff out?
No, you can accomplish that effect with various other things that you can put in the fireworks. To make it ultra puffy, you have to put in extra gunpowder to make the explosion itself larger.
It's not how fireworks get puffy.
You can put in diamonds to give it sparklier trails. You can put in
That's not how you do sparkly trail. Never mind. Alright, I'm done. I'm done contradicting you. I'm just messing with you.
there's all kinds of things you can add. You can make it blow up in a little creeper face if you put a skull in it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, now that's cute. You should just for effect. You should do like a blue Smurfy looking creeper face.
I can do that. I know exactly how to do that.
Does it take the shape of whatever skull you put in there?
I think they're working on that, but for now it only does creeper.
Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping you could get like the horse head and do like a purple horse head, and then do like a blue creeper.
Gunpowder, and I'm going to need paper. It just so happens to turn night as we're discussing this.
So,
Get some paper.
Thanksgiving fireworks show.
Why not?
Okay.
So first of all, you need paper. You get paper by putting down sugar cane, and that makes paper. Now you take this, and that's a fireworks rocket. No particular color, no nothing. But if you want a particular color, in this case, I put in the poppy to make rose red ink, and that makes a red firework star.
Sorry, it's the poppy. No, Wizard of Oz. Alright, never mind.
You can make larger stars as well, but for demonstrative purposes. So then you take some gunpowder and you take the firework star, and now you have a red fireworks rocket.
Would they get me for copyright if I came over here wearing a gold pants?
I don't think so.
Okay, just check.
You can put in more gunpowder to make it fly higher.
How about a Darth Vader mask?
I don't think so. As long as it's only the mask, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Not entirely certain.
Because I've got to find something better than this. Because right now I feel like a tomato.
So, yes, here we have a light blue dye, and I'm going to have some light blue dye with a skull in it, so it is now a blue creeper-shaped firework star.
Okay.
So, firework star, blue, Smurfy creeper face,
I can't believe you actually
maximum height, maximum power. Ladies and gentlemen, we have
This
liftoff.
is going to be beautiful, dude.
It is appropriately dark, and from my happy little island, regular firework star doesn't have any color in it. Firework rocket red, and boom!
Oh, yeah, there you go.
As you can see, there's that, and blue creeper face. Actually, that one doesn't work unless you're.
No, that didn't work.
Let me get. There you go. There's a better creeper face.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get back far enough so that we can actually see this. There you go. That should be a nice creeper face.
I didn't know you could do XSplit one.
One last go here. I know how you get a bigger fireworks ball. I just have to find it. You remember the fire charges from earlier?
Uh-huh.
That's how you get a
Oh.
bigger
Oh.
ball.
Alright, see where this is going.
Um,
Now the question is, I wonder if you could combine that with the creeper face.
yes, you can.
Oh, yeah.
The bigger creeper face that is blue and all that junk. Yes, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Let me get the actual blue, though. The dark blue of the game, also known as Lapis Lazuli.
Lapis Lazuli.
There we go.
That's French for something.
Actually, that's just the proper pronunciation of the word all around. That's how you're supposed to say it.
It sounds French.
It does, kinda, but I'm not sure if it is French or not.
I don't know. Hey, if anyone actually does speak French out there, let me know if those really are French words. Because I know a little bit, but most of any other foreign language I know other than English is either really, really amorous or really, really obscene. There is no in between in that factor. So
So you take the fire charge, and you take the gunpowder, and you take the block, and it makes a large ball firework. Now, one last thing, a skull.
Oh, this is gonna be so good. What color are you gonna make that one?
This one's going to be proper blue, not other blue. This one's going to be
So
proper
that's proper
blue.
blue. Proper blue.
Oh,
not
it
French
doesn't
blue.
work like that.
Oh.
Wait. Okay, there.
Okay. You
No,
gotta
it doesn't go like
Aw.
that. Only one or the other, but I can make it sparkly.
There you go. Do that.
I think. Let me get a diamond real quick. You need to use diamonds or glowstone dust or something like that.
I think that glowstone dust would be pretty. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on glowstones. I got a friend of mine who does Minecraft a lot like you do. He doesn't do any YouTube, so don't bother looking him up, guys. Stay on this channel. It's decent. But when he does it, he makes like almost everything out of glowstone. So when you go into his place, it's all shiny and shimmering and stuff. I think it actually casts shadows.
Oh, I can't make that one big, but
Aw.
I can make a blue, shiny, creeper-shaped star, and I can pump it with gunpowder to make it nice and big, nice and long, I should say. Where's the paper? No, it doesn't work like that. And here we go. A proper creeper-sized explosion. Bam!
There you go.
And it makes it all echoey, like it explodes and then it falls out into the creeper face.
There you go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check up on mother.
Alright. But more explosions. Pay no attention to any noise that may or may not be in the background. What else should I show you while you're here today? Let's see. Get some pink dye in the large ball explosion. My special guest kind of left me, so voila, a nice pink explosion. Bam! And now just spam the crap out of the fireworks randomly. Bam, boom, bam, bam, boom. You can set up dispensers and whatnot to randomly shoot out the fireworks for a much better show, but I didn't have that set up right now.
Angelo.
There you are. So, showed off the fireworks, showed you a little bit of the redstone, showed you a little bit of the railroads. What else was I going to show you today?
Is there any other requests you had? I think you got most of them, if not all of them by now. I was saying that because I'm getting really thirsty in this thing. Yeah, I actually wore it out there.
Yeah, I think I've covered everything that I was going to cover. So, yeah, it looks like today's over for now. But we've been here for a good hour or more,
Oh,
so...
yeah. This has got to be like one of the longest videos you've posted in some time.
Not really. The other series I did with the Age of Empires, that usually turns out to be at least an hour long per go.
But yeah, well, Age of Empires is a decently detailed game. I mean, that's a pretty good one.
See, I never really liked the fact that YouTubers keep their videos to 20 minutes at a time.
Well, I can understand why they would, because, I mean, face it, dude, you're not even going to get half the things I requested on there for a comment. Assuming I didn't insult, like, 20% of the population by now.
But yeah, a lot of people only stick to watching 20-minute videos, and I'm like, that's not long enough for me to talk. I'm too long-winded for that.
You're too long-winded. Don't get us together again for a while. If they stuck around this far, I've got to give them congratulations. Because I guarantee your sister isn't even going to stick around this far. She hates it when me and you nerd out. She's like, oh god, they're talking nerdy crap again. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
So we built a thing onto the what was your word for the cave apartment?
I told you, butter.
Well, onto the butter.
Parquet.
Oh, the parquet.
Parquet! Whoops. Didn't mean to hit your thing there.
The parquet has a nice new epic bay window.
Yes, it's a parquet. Butter.
And now the happy little island has a happy little staggered fountain on it. And I blew up and caught on fire a chunk of forest. Explained some stuff about redstone, and I was going to do all this anyway in the course of the show, but you gave me an excuse.
Well, I told you, dude, only you can prevent forest fires. By stomping the crap out of them with your bare feet, kids. Stomp the crap out of those fires with your bare feet. No, don't do that, really. Don't do that. It's actually rather painful.
So I'll get back to you on the trampolines. I think I know what I did wrong.
That reminds me, when I was talking about CIA a minute ago, I sent you a bag of what once was flaming fecal matter to analyze during your process of investigation. So, if anyone ever does come to my house, don't say anything to me until you hand me that bag back, concluded with DNA analysis, and I'll just rip that whole joke off of the Big Bang Theory. So I'll just shut up now.
Well, I'll have to cap off the fountain for now.
Why are you capping off the fountain?
Because I actually have a
flood.
It's going to lag the heck out of the system.
Oh.
I don't know why, but it's always my problem that water really lags the heck out of me.
It's probably the physics.
It might be the physics, but nobody else seems to have this problem, just me.
Well, that's it. Has it just started?
Yeah, but...
Like since you moved here, did it just start?
No, that's kind of just how it works for me, and I'm one of those people where everything will go wrong.
You gotta love Murphy's Law, dude. You got hair in this thing. Hope it's not mine.
So, I guess that's everything I was going to do today, and thank you for watching, and thank you for your suggestions.
If you have any more, please send them our way. We don't know if this is going to be a regular basis thing or not, but I guess worst comes to worst, if you guys really want it, I'll pop on Skype, and, we can do it that way.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and of course, pardon the exit screen, because I'm not fancy with things like this.
You should build like one that just says exit screen just for that. Like in Pretty Little Fiery.
It's still recording, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Great, there's something wrong.
I didn't do it.
Okay, there it goes. Crap, it's not working.
Did we lose it all?
Okay, there it goes.